Have you ever watched one of those beautiful off-grid cabinet videos and thought, maybe that's the real freedom? You are in the right place, actually. I had similar thoughts. The quiet, the simple life. To remove yourself from the modern society and live on your own rules. But the more I thought about actually doing it, the more I realized there are few things from the modern life that would be difficult to give up. Not because they are luxurious, because they save me an incredible time and mental energy. And the fifth one completely changed how I think about freedom. As I go through the list, think about what your answer would be. Let's start with number one, running water. This is very important. I would really struggle to give. I know it sounds obvious, but one morning I was standing in a hot shower in my home and it suddenly hit me. Not a single thought came to my mind about where that water came from. I just turned a handle and there it was, hot, clean, everyday, accessible. I see most of us take things completely for granted, but off-grid, water becomes something completely different. You have to manage it. You have to collecting it from somewhere, storing it, filtering it, heating it. A simple shower becomes another task on your own to-do list. And to be honest, that's something I would miss. Number two, the safety net. The second thing I would miss is the safety net around me. This one of things you barely notice until something goes wrong. If I get sick, help is nearby. If there is an emergency, I can call someone. If a major problem occurs, there are people, and people are designed to help. Most of the time, I don't think about those things, but it's there, available, quietly working in the background. The farther you remove yourself from the society, the more responsibility lands on your own hands. And for some people, that's freedom. I don't blame them. For me, it's something completely different. I would think twice about it. Number three, a stable home. The thing I would miss most is having a stable place to live. Look, if something breaks down in my apartment, I can make a phone call, call somebody, and that's it. But when you're responsible for everything yourself, every issue becomes your own project. The roof, the plumbing, the heating, the electrical system. It's a lot. And this is where I started to ask myself a question. How much of my life do I actually want to spend maintaining the systems that support me? That question stayed with me because the more I thought about it, the more important it seemed. Number four is connection. And the fourth thing I would very much miss is connection. And I don't just mean access to internet. I mean connection to the wider world, the people, the ideas. I enjoy learning. I like reading, creating videos. I also like having conversations with people like this now. All of those things depend on being connected in some way. I understand the appeal of unplugging from modern life. I do. But I don't think I want to remove myself completely from the society. For me, staying connected to the society adds value to my life. Number five, mental space. And this one brings me to the fifth thing, the one that surprised me, because it isn't really a thing at all. It's what all the other things create: mental space. Earlier, I asked a question: how much of my life do I want to spend maintaining systems that support me? And eventually, that question led me to a realization. For years, I thought freedom meant being more independent, to do things on my own and not depend on other people. But then I started wondering if I had it backwards. What if freedom isn't about doing everything by myself? What if freedom is about having more time for the things that matter to you? Because every responsibility takes time of your life. Every issue takes attention. Every system needs maintenance. And that's when I started seeing the city life differently. Not as traffic and noise, but as millions of people solving problems for each other. Taking care of clean water, reliable electricity, libraries, stores, public transportation, infrastructure, all these systems working quietly in the background. And in return, they give me something valuable: time for myself, to read, to learn, time to think, to create things, to enjoy life. And honestly, that's the thing I miss most if I live it completely off grid. Not a luxury, not a convenience, the mental space that convenience creates. Now, I'm not saying off grid living is wrong. For some people, it's a good thing. It's probably exactly the right choice. But after thinking about it for a long time, I come to a simple conclusion. Every lifestyle depends on a system. Off-grid living depends more on your own labor. City living depends more on shared infrastructure. A lot of people involved. The real question isn't which one is better. The real question is which is more suitable to you. What do you want? For me, the answer is the city. But I'm curious about your answer. What's the one modern convenience you struggle most to give up? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for staying with me and see you next time. Bye bye.